Are you struggling to break free from the addiction to gambling? If so, then I highly recommend that you watch this video all the way through, because I'm going to teach you 3 techniques that you can use right now to break free from the addiction to gambling. Hi, my name is Barry Neale and I'm an expert in helping people to break free from their addictions. And over the years, when I work with people, I use a variety of different methods and techniques to literally reprogram their brains so that they change their behaviors. But there's a couple of things that they need to do themselves. And in this video, I'm going to cover 3 things that if you were to implement them into your life right now, it would really make it so much easier for you to break free from the addiction to gambling. And so the number one thing that you need to do, and I tell you, you're not going to like this. The number one thing you need to do is to accept that, you know, all that money that you've lost, it's gone. You got to stop chasing your losses. One of the biggest problems that I see when I'm working with my clients is they have this idea in their mind that if they just place this one more bet, this one more thing, then they can win back all the money that they've lost. You can't. It's gone. That money's gone. So right now, what you need to do is to work out and think, you know what, that money's gone. It's not coming back. Someone's many years ago, a guy called, you may have heard of him, Albert Einstein, someone a lot cleverer than me, said, the definition of insanity is to keep on doing the same thing and expect a different result. Well, how many times have you thought, well, I'll just win this money back? And it never works. It never works. So you can't keep chasing your losses. So chasing your losses is a strategy that will cause you to continue to have this addiction. So you've got to do something else. You've got to write that money off. You've absolutely got to accept, and I don't care if you've borrowed that money, if you've earned that money, if you've stolen that money. The reality is that money's gone. You have to accept that. And it's completely gone, and you can't chase your losses. It's a strategy that doesn't work. And it's the strategy that you've probably been using over the years. And it's probably the reason why you're listening to this video, because you've used it over the years. You need to accept that money's gone and it's not coming back. So the number one thing that you need to do is just accept that that money is gone and that you no longer chase your losses, because that will get you to the next step. So you need to accept the fact the money's gone, no more chasing your losses. So that's number one. Number 2 is that you probably want, if you're doing online betting, then you probably want to self-exclude yourself. What do I mean by self-exclude yourself? Well, depending on where you live around the world, there are places where you can go to self-exclude yourself from being able to bet online. So if, for example, if you're in the UK, there's a website called GamStop, GAMSTOP, and you can register your details on that. And once you press the button, that's it. You're excluded off all the gambling websites. So if you can't gamble anymore, really easy to not gamble. It's like, you know, if you've got an addiction to cakes, for example, you don't go into bakers anymore. So self-excluding yourself is really, really important. If you're in the US, depends on what state you're in, but all the states have a different version of GamStop. So you can self-exclude yourself in your state, and certainly other countries around the world have the same thing. And it's so, so important to do, because you know what it's like. Oftentimes you start off with the best intentions in the world. You think, that's it, I'm not going to gamble anymore. And then something happens, you hear about something, you see something, and you think on an impulse, oh, I'm just going to place one bet. Well, if you self-exclude yourself, you can't do that. So that stops that problem. So tip number 2, self-exclude yourself from these websites so that you can no longer gamble online. And it really makes things so much different, so much better, because you can't go in the cake shop anymore. So you won't have a problem. So this is really important. The number 3 thing that I highly recommend you do, particularly if you're one of these people who are betting on sports, like whether it be football or horse racing, things like that, is stop watching those sports. just stop watching them. Because what will happen if you don't is, you're starting off with the best intentions and you would, I'm just going to watch it, that'd be fine. But what will happen is your brain will start triggering off various different things and you'll start making calculations. Oh, look, they're one up there. I wonder how that would change the odds. And you'll start making different calculations and that same part of your brain will start firing up and that compulsion to gamble will appear again. So again, don't watch them. Again, it's like going in the cake shop. Don't put yourself in temptation. So the third thing that I highly recommend that you do is you just don't watch those things anymore. Just turn the TV off, go somewhere else, do something else. So these are 3 strategies that you can use right now to maximize your chances of being able to break free from the addiction to gambling. First one, no more chasing your losses. Second, exclude yourself from being able to bet online. And third, stop putting yourself in temptation. Don't watch those events anymore. And if you do those 3 things, it's going to start changing how your brain thinks. You're not going to be feeding that compulsion anymore. And what will happen over a period of time is in your brain, things will start to change. The triggers that used to cause that compulsion to gamble will start to die out. And give it a few months and that will be gone completely. But you have to put this effort in yourself. I get so many clients who come to me for gambling who think I'm going to fix them. Well, yeah, but you got to fix yourself at the same time. So we've got to work together as a team for you to get the most success. So there are things that you've got to do. So remember, you've got to change what you're doing. As Einstein said, the definition of insanity is to keep on doing the same things and expect a different result. You got to do things differently. If you do that, it becomes so much easier. And of course, if you want any help, there's plenty of therapists like myself who can help you break free from the addiction to gambling. If you want to contact me, you can look at my details in the detail page and the description underneath this video. And we can arrange a free 15-minute Zoom call where I can explain to you how I can help. But you can do this. You don't need me. You don't need anyone else. You can break this addiction. There's something you can do. So just remember, stop chasing the losses. Ban yourself from the casino. Ban yourself from the gambling places. And stop putting yourself in that temptation. And it's going to make it so much easier for you. So I wish you well. If you need any help, you know where to come.